Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And based on a lot of my friends, they've asked me to break down gold. As you can see, last week gold came in beautifully into our area and then it started selling off. And if you have been watching my gold breakdowns, you would have had a bit of head start at some point, and you would have been involved in some big moves to the downside. I caught this myself. Did I stay in it the whole time? Not really, as I go out somewhere around here, and then obviously I took another short myself. But anyways, let's just not get into what I've done. Let's just get into what the market has done. All right, the market as it was there, we were expecting this market to start falling back under, and we were only bullish if we were able to pull ourselves back above this area, hold, and then go. As you can see, gold has a beautiful trend line to the downside, and it has respected it multiple times. Okay, whichever way you want to look at it, has respected it very well. Now we're coming back into the zone. I don't see why we're not gonna do a little pullback and then come back in and liquidate this whole area, because this is a good liquidity zone as it stands. Still money over here, still hasn't been poked, still hasn't been taken out. All we have done now is just came into the origin of the move. Okay, even under that we have a lot of stops and equal highs, equal lows. So at this moment, is gold ready to do on a daily? Let's look at it on an hour. Is gold right now getting ready to pump up? Well, if you are looking to buy gold today and you are doing counter trend, here is your trend line on the hour. Unless, okay, you want to say break of structure, okay. And where have we? This is based on an hour, not financial advice, educational purposes, eye opener. That's all I do. Here we go. There is one base over here. If we have created another base, and that is over here. So if we need anything from gold, we need it to prove itself today. Okay, by proving itself means it needs to go above here, needs to come back, hold this trend line, and then take off. So I will fix this trend line for you in a minute. Let's fix this trend line. All right, there's this trend line. Very, very simple. If gold can prove itself, prove itself. Very simple. On the hour, show me that you want to move back up. Okay, if you're going to move back up, this is what we need to see. Hold the trend line and go into the next liquidity zone, which will be over here. Remember, when you are counter trending, it's like you're carrying a big rock up a mountain. So it is very, very heavy, sometimes very, very slow, unless you just get chopped or you catch the catalyst. So looking at it on a 4-hour time frame, as I always like to look at charts on higher time frame just to have a good understanding of where we are. I've been breaking down gold for a while. Gold has been bearish on the weekly time frame. Nothing has changed over there. So going back to the daily, and the daily has now come back in, it's broken, it's liquidated that area. Now we've broken structure one more time. So every time gold has come in, it's done a pullback, it's done a big move, it's done a pullback, it's done a big move. What makes you think in this area we're gonna go through or we're gonna pull up? So always remember, the manipulation is real. All right, the big players, manipulation, you're the target, they're trying to take your money off you. So over here, if you're going long, like I said, you're gonna have to go quick counter, and you have areas of and things what to look at, right? If you don't see that, remember one thing. This is where a lot of buyers might step in right now saying this is it, we've reached the end of it. Okay, that happens a lot of times. Buyers step in thinking this is the bottom of it, then the market turns on them. And it has been doing that recently, and it has been doing that nicely. So when it gets to these things, please always pay attention. Unless you see some sort of break of structure and confirmation, do not go long, because you are going against the higher trend. The higher trend is never, or you will never be able to block it or stop it. Okay, so for now, best thing to do is just wait. I will not be a counter trender, so all I will do, this is on the 4-hour. This move is it, if it is really done and it's done all that move to the downside, there is a very, very simple. We started over here, have we ended over here? I would just wait on the sideline just like everyone else and see when this market comes back into this zone, see how we react. And we know prior this was a nice zone. As we came in, this was also another zone. Once we broke under that zone, we were able to come here. So I will wait. If I'm looking for more further shorts and I'm thinking we need more liquidity to break the zone maybe one more time, I will wait for it to come here, and then maybe from this area then we will decide of how we're gonna do, and maybe go back to the bottom, go back to this area. And if that's not the case, that is still the area in the sand for me, because if gold has been able to climb up all the way here, break this structure for me, come back and hold this zone, then it is showing me that gold is looking to do a move to the upside. So until then, that is the area that you should be waiting for, you should be waiting at. I do not counter trends, so I will not be catching this move to the upside. Some people will. Good luck, wish you all the best. But like I just said, go to your hour time frame, you have a clear trend line. Unless you break, you hold, that's your move. Unless you see something like that, please, ladies and gentlemen, be very, very careful. The markets are very, very concentrated at the moment from all sides. Everything is liquidity grab, and everything now is grab, trap, and manipulation. So remember that. Just keep yourselves, well, I always say, cash, or having a cash on the side is position. So right now I'm just sitting in cash and waiting for this market to show me a sign of something. Okay, and as you can see, this over here is called a sell before a buy. Okay, this sell before a buy usually is, see these candles over here, this is where the market maker has made a move. All right, so yes, it does make sense for this market to come back in and then maybe give us a show of hands. All right, a lot of people will be looking at this saying, if we break, come back in, hold somewhere around here, okay, and then head and shoulders. That's one thing that people going to be looking at. Yes, people will be looking at that, and everyone trades different, and that is why there are many winners and losers in these markets. The reality is just to understand how the market moves, and the only time you get rewarded is by being patient. Simple as, very, very simple. Patient means the trend is clearly down. If you want to go up, you can. If you want to stay on the side, even better, recommended. So anyway, for gold, as you can see, go to the 4 hour time frame again one more time. I'm just waiting for gold to see what it does. And if you've been following me and you've been watching my gold videos, you go back and watch it, and you will know exactly how bearish I was and where my target was, and how I was getting involved in this market. Hope you like this video. Like and follow for more further videos. Thank you.